Hello people, welcome back. This is Nakul from Tech Boy, back with the honest review video of the new Xiaomi Mi4. So today I'm going to tell you the pros and cons about this phone, basically what a normal day user would like and dislike in this phone. Plus there's so many things I want to tell you about this phone and I want to show you. So this video is going to be a bit lengthy, so please be patient with me. Anyways, let's get started. So first of all, let's talk about the pros about this phone, the good things, the things that I like about this phone. And the first thing that I like about this phone is the build quality, design and looks. It has 5 inches of display, still it's not that big, it's pretty compact, feels really great in the hand, good to hold, and you can hold it very easily, not slippery at all as you can see. So it's pretty great, plus it looks stunning and premium in the hand. Whenever I took out the phone, whenever my friends were around, they always asked me that which phone is this, and it almost reminds us of iPhone 4S or 5 because it has this metallic sides and these white strips as you can see right over here. Even iPhone has it. The difference is iPhone has it on the sides and this phone has it on the bottom and on the top. So it reminds us of iPhone, but still it's pretty great. The next thing that I like about this phone is the screen. It has 5 inches of display which is full HD and the brightness and contrast levels are so great. I even compared with OnePlus One and literally guys, this screen is just amazing. The clearness and the sharpness and the colors and contrast, everything is so sharp and the screen smoothness is pretty great. The touch is very responsive. Plus the screen has Corning Gorilla Glass 3, so it means it's scratch resistant and smudge free as you can see. Not much fingerprints come up when you touch it and you just have to give it a wipe and it's all gone as you can see. So the screen is pretty great and the viewing angles are also really nice as you can see. I faced no difficulties in the direct sunlight. In fact, this is the bestest screen I ever used in the direct sunlight. The display was so clear and so visible that it was just amazing guys. So the next thing that I like about this phone is that it has infrared and the IR port is right on the top right over here, as I also showed that in the unboxing video of this phone. So it has this Mi remote control app in the tools as you can see right over here. So you can actually control your TV, DVD player, set-top box and AC for now, and rest features are coming soon as you can see over here. So you can control your TV easily. It has 16 brands available right now: Mi, Samsung, LG and Konica, Haier, Panasonic, Sony, Sharp, Toshiba, Hitachi, Philips. So all the popular brands mostly are available, and I actually tested my TV also and it works perfectly fine. So this is a great app and a great feature, so I really liked it. Moving on to the call quality now. The phone has really good call quality. Even when I was on the bike and the wind was blowing really hard, I could hear other person really loud and clear, and the other person also could hear me really well. So the call quality is really great. I would give it around 8.5 or 9 out of 10. The loudness is great, the sound quality is great. Plus I didn't even face any call drops so far, so that's pretty great. And the next thing that I like about this phone is also related to calling. If I make a call right over here, then you can see it has this record button. Just hit it and it will start recording your call. You don't even need to install any app from Play Store or anything. It will start recording your call internally. Plus if you want, it will start recording your calls automatically. Just go in the settings and go in call record settings. So as you can see over here, record calls automatically is currently turned off. Just turn it off and it will start recording your calls automatically. Now you can choose it, all numbers or some specific numbers that you can select. So that's pretty great. So moving on to the next thing that I like about this phone is the front cam guys. It has 8 megapixel front camera, which is really great, I would say. I mean 8 megapixel is a huge thing because 8 megapixel camera is something which comes as a primary camera in many phones, and this phone has it in front. So that's pretty great. Plus the front cam has a feature called face age. When you turn it on and look at the camera, it will tell you an estimated age of the person who's looking at the camera. It has a facial recognition software, I would say, that will tell you an estimated age of the person who's looking at the camera. So that's pretty great. So let's move on to the next thing that I like about this phone is the guest mode. If I pull down the notification bar and slide over, you can see it has this guest mode button right over here. So when you are handing over your phone to somebody like a friend, relative or anybody, you can just press it, and as you can see right over here it says calls, notes, picture, messages and launcher settings will be hidden from user. Press OK, and everything will be hidden from the person who's using the phone now, like call logs, messages, pictures in the gallery. Like if I go in the phone, and as you can see my call logs are gone. If I go in the messaging, my messages are gone, and even in the gallery there won't be any photos. As you can see it says no images, so that's pretty great. So the next thing that I like about this phone is the RAM. It has 3 GB of RAM, and doing multitasking and everything is really easy, no problem whatsoever. I was playing Dead Trigger 2 and I got a message on my WhatsApp, so I just pressed home, went to the WhatsApp, read the message and went back to the game, and my game was just where I left it, so there's no problems at that. And out of 3 GB, usually you get from 800 to 1.3 GB RAM available when you are running all the apps in the background, like as you can see, right now. So the current RAM is around 965 available, and I have all these apps running in the background. So if I clear them all, so now the available RAM is 1.5 GB, so that's pretty great. Moving on to the next thing that I like about this phone is the performance. The phone has 2.5 GHz quad-core processor, Snapdragon 801, and the performance of the phone is really smooth, no lags or anything at all. So that's pretty great. So those are the main things that I like about this phone, guys. The pros, the good things about this phone, and I think any normal user would also like. Plus, let me give you a small tour about the features of this phone, which are good to have anyway. Like if you pull down the notification bar, then we have the music player right on the top. And the second thing is the disable keys. If I press this, the capacitive keys go disable, and I don't know what this feature is used for because I really can't understand. But when you want to turn them back on, just press the home button and power button together, and now they are working again. So I don't know what this feature is used for, but it's there in this phone. Moving on to the next thing is the modes. We have the balanced and performance mode right over here. As you can see, right now it's on the balance, but when I turn on this, it will be on the performance mode. Means when you are about to play a game or about to run a heavy thing on the phone, you should press this and it will give the maximum performance out of the phone. So we have these two modes. As you can see right over here, it says battery usage warning, performance mode is on, so you can go back to the balance one. Plus now let's go in the settings to show you some more features about this phone. Like we have the do not disturb option, and when you turn it on, the phone won't alert you for incoming calls or notification. And you can even set the exceptions right over here, repeated calls, so that's nice. Plus if you go in the notification, then you can manage the notification for apps, whether to show notifications or not for each app. Then you have toggle position for the shortcut buttons, you can rearrange them. Then you have show notification icon, show connection speed, show service provider, edit provider name, show screenshot notification, collapse after touch, show on lock screen. So bunch of features. And then if you go in the additional settings, then our display and all that stuff is right over here. Now I don't know if you guys remember or not, but in the unboxing of this video I was trying to enlarge the font of the phone and I couldn't find the display right over here in the settings. Later I figured it out that it was in the additional settings right over here. So your display is over here. As you can see, you have the option of prevent pocket dials, wallpaper, screensaver, auto rotate and stuff like that. Then you have the contrast and colors. Now this is something great. As you can see, this is the standard color. This is what you get in your normal phones. But if you go in the automatic contrast, look at that. You can clearly see the difference, guys. And you can even set it to increased contrast. Here we go. So this is something great. Plus you also have the colors over here, which is cool, standard and warm. I like to keep it on the cool. So this is really nice. Plus you have your date and time, language input, and this is where your font size is located over here. Then we have the battery. Now I want to tell you about the battery, which is 3000 mAh in this phone, but the battery backup is pretty average, I would say. You can get from around 13 to 16 hours or 13 to 15 hours with normal usage. Obviously without playing any game, but my Wi-Fi and 3G was on continuously and I get around 15, 14, 16 hours depending on my usage. But if you use less, you can even get more. And if you play games or do much web surfing, then you can get even less, like 10 to 12 hours. But the average time was around 15, 16, 14 hours. So that's pretty average and I'm pretty okay with it because the processor is quite large and the RAM is also 3 GB and the screen is full HD. So I was pretty okay with the battery backup. Plus in the battery menu you can even select the battery icon, like it's on the percentage as you can see right now. You can see the percentage right over here. Now if I choose the graphical, then it will be just the graph, and if I choose the top bar, then you can see this bar over here which stands for battery, but I like it on the percentage as you can see. Then again you have the mode which I told you about earlier. It's on the balance, you can choose the performance. Then we have the storage which is 16 GB and it's non-expandable, so that's a bummer in this phone. And after that we have the notification light which you can customize. The default color is blue, but you can customize as per your requirement. Like for calls you can select any of these colors, and same goes for the messaging. So this is nice. Then you have the headphones and audio effects. As you can see, you can turn this on when you plug in the headphones. Plus, as talking about the audio and sound, I want to tell you about the audio quality about this phone. In the headphones, the quality is really great, very clear I would say, but the bass is pretty soft. You won't feel that thump, that heaviness of bass. It's pretty soft. It's focused more on the people who are audiophile, who like to hear more vocals and clarity. So the volume of the phone is also pretty average, not that loud. You just wish if there was one or two more steps in the volume, but it's just volume is average, clarity is really good, the bass is also really soft. And if we talk about the loudspeaker, so the loudspeaker is also average in terms of loudness, but the clarity is obviously really nice, but definitely louder than the phones like Asus Zenfone 5 and Eureka. But still pretty average in terms of loudness. Clarity wise it's really great, but loudness wise it's average and obviously below than OnePlus One and Moto G. And after headphones and audio effects you have the buttons. You can customize these capacitive buttons, and then you have the accessibility, developer option and stuff like that. So those were the pros about this phone guys, along with the tour of the nice things that are good to have in this phone. Now let's move on to the camera, because obviously camera has some good things and bad things. That's why I like to keep it in the middle of pros and cons. So let's go in the camera. Now let me show you the interface real quick. We have the front facing camera toggle, flash toggle, gallery, the shutter key in the middle. Then if we slide to left, we have some features like panorama, audio, HDR, highlight tones, refocus, burst shoot, manual, and this is the HHT. I forgot what is this. And if you go in the manual, then you can set the white balance, focus, exposure time, select ISO, all by yourself, as you can see. So that's pretty great. And now if you go on the right side, then we have some filters over here, as you can see. So you can select any of these, pretty nice. And if you press the settings key, then we have the setting like save location, camera sound, time, watermark, chroma flash, show guidelines, scan QR codes, camera frame, picture quality, face detection, face recognition, volume button function, anti-banding, auto exposure setting, contrast, saturation, sharpness, restore to defaults. So bunch of settings you can do in the camera. Plus here we go, we have the video mode also, and if we go in the left we have the fast motion, slow motion, HDR. Now I don't know why slow motion key is not working, or it's not available as you would say, but the option is there, but we can't select it as of right now. Now again, if we go in the settings of the video, then we have the save location, camera sound, image capture while recording, image stabilization, video quality. Now you can record up to 4K, as you can see. This is pretty great. Then we have the focus mode, time-lapse interval. So that was the camera interface and camera option in the camera app guys. Now let's talk about the video quality first. The quality is great no matter if it's indoor or outdoors. There is no lagginess or muddiness in the video. As you can see, it's all clear without any lag. Now you can click over here to click pictures simultaneously while you're recording the video. As you can see, you can tap on the screen to refocus the lens. You can pause the video. However, there is one thing missing, which is the flash toggle. You cannot toggle the flash while you're recording the video. There is no option of that. But you can toggle the flash before you start recording, as you can see. So that's the one thing which I don't like, that you cannot toggle the flash while you're recording the video. So let's go to the picture mode now and talk about the picture quality, guys. The picture quality is really good no matter if it's indoor or outdoors. However, it's better outdoors than indoors, obviously. Plus there's one more thing, when you take pics with the flash, indoors especially, the pictures are a bit dull than usual. They are not as bright as they should be. So there's this one thing which I find average in the picture quality. Rest everything is great. But I will do include the picture samples which you can see after this. So as you guys just saw the picture samples, you can see that the quality is great, indoors or outdoor, it's good enough. And the only thing is that the pictures are a bit dull inside when taken with flash. So that's the main thing. Rest everything is great. Anyways, that was about the camera, guys. Now let's move on to the cons part, the bad things about this phone, the things that I don't like. And the first thing that I don't like about this phone is something which all you guys probably know. It's the memory of this phone, which is only 16 GB, guys, and it's non-expandable. Means you cannot expand with micro SD card slot or anything. I mean, we are buying a 20,000 rupees phone, guys, and we are getting only 16 GB and it's not even expandable. So that really sucks, guys. So this is the first thing that I don't like about this phone, and this is one of the major reasons why even if I want to use it as my daily device, but I won't, because it's only 16 GB. Now the next thing that I don't like about this phone is when I kill apps to free up the RAM, like this. Now the problem over here is when I kill all these apps, the apps like WhatsApp and Facebook, they don't restart by themselves and you stop getting notification and messages on WhatsApp. Now that really sucks because you won't get any message or notification until and unless you turn on the app by yourself, means when you click it. So this is something really bad, and I couldn't find any option in the settings or anywhere from where I can stop killing these apps. So this is something you have to be really careful about when you kill apps. So make sure you go and turn them on by yourself, else you won't be getting any messages on WhatsApp or on Facebook. So this is something you should be careful about, and this is the second thing that I don't like about this phone. Now the third thing that I don't like about this phone is that it gets a bit warm while using heavily or playing games. The temperature goes up to 51-52 degrees Celsius. So you don't really feel that much when you're playing game, but when you put the phone down or when you receive a call and you place it over your face, you can definitely feel that the phone is a bit warm. Apart from that, it's all good. It just gets a bit warm. That's the third thing that I don't like about this phone. And that's all for the cons part. I mean, there are only 3 things that I don't like, and I couldn't find any other bad things in this phone. So pretty great device, I would say. Now let's go to the conclusion that should you buy this device or not. My advice would be, if you are okay with the memory about this phone, which is only 16 GB, then definitely go for this device. It has really nice feel to it. You feel like you're holding a premium phone and it looks really great. The quality is really great and the screen is stunning, guys. So you can definitely go for this phone if you are okay with the internal memory, which is only 16 GB and it's non-expandable. So that's it for now, guys. This was the honest review video of the Xiaomi Mi4. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, then put them in the comments down below, or you can like me on my Facebook page as well. The link of the page will be in the description below. So thank you for watching, guys, and subscribe for more videos.